I think that the nerve distribution for the ulnar nerve is the second hardest of the 5 branches of the brachial plexus to memorize, with median nerve being first. So hopefully this video is going to make it a little bit more straightforward. Be able to sketch this out and also be able to trace this out on your own body. That's going to help you so much. So following the ulnar nerve, it's coming off the medial cord of the brachial plexus. First stop, it's going to go through that common landmark called the cubital tunnel. It's on the medial aspect of your elbow. You can feel this. It feels a little funny. It's going to actually keep going down until just superior to the palmar-carpal ligament before any sort of bifurcation happens. And here we're going to see that dorsal branching into the dorsal digital branches and that palmar branch before that tunnel of Guillain. Now, as the picture illustrates to the right and that little line going through, that's going to be that tunnel of Guillain. So after that tunnel is where we're going to see the ulnar nerve start to bifurcate into its final branches, so to speak. One being that deep branch of the ulnar and the other being the superficial branch of the ulnar. With that deep branch of the ulnar, it's going to innervate a lot of the muscles of the medial aspect of the hand and even the adductor pollicis. With that superficial branch, we're going to see innervation for the palmaris brevis, and that is also going to branch out into the common palmar digital branch and the proper palmar digital branch. So before we flip over to complete anatomy, I really wanted just to sketch this out for you guys, because I'm going to zoom out here in a second, and this is a skill that you should have before you go into your lab final, your midterm, and truthfully for any sort of clinical significance as well. Being able to sketch this out really fast, it doesn't have to look pretty. I proved it to you, it doesn't have to look pretty, but it's essential to understanding this material. So here's that ulnar nerve and its distributions. So like I said, it's pretty straightforward to get all the way to just above the hand. Here's that cubital tunnel we were talking about. If you're familiar with cubital tunnel syndrome, it's essentially just compression of the nerve in this region. It's about to get a little hectic in here. I'm about to add the muscles back, but look for that pink purplish line. That's going to be your ulnar nerve. That's what we're focused on today. So we're going to still discuss those branches coming off the ulnar nerve. And if you can draw it out, it's still essentially pretty straightforward. This right here is going to be the dorsal branch, which branches into the dorsal digital branches. And you can see how it would essentially just supply the skin on the medial aspect of the dorsum of the hand. As I give you a little pan out here, it's probably going to innervate all the skin to that area. I don't know what else it would innervate. So if we look back above that tunnel of Guillain, that transverse or palmar carpal ligament right here, we're going to see the palmar branch, which is coming off of that ulnar nerve as well, just like we drew it out. That palmar branch doesn't really branch out into anything, but it's going to also do some cutaneous skin innervations as well. Notice next here, hopefully I didn't give you guys make you dizzy or anything, but that's going to be that palmar carpal ligament, which is going to lie as the roof of the tunnel of Guillain, or Guillin's canal is what I should say. So you can see how some compression here would cause some issues for the ulnar nerve and its distributions. So the ulnar nerve, just like we drew it up, bifurcates finally into the superficial branch of the ulnar nerve. And it's going to innervate the palmaris brevis, which would usually lie in this area. I just have it kind of dissected out for the sake of showing you guys this. And then the deep branch of the ulnar nerve. Deep branch of the ulnar nerve is going to innervate a lot of the muscles of the hand. So remember, just real fast, going back to that superficial branch, it has two bifurcations, so to speak, the common palmar digital branch and the proper palmar digital branch. But I really want to take just a second here to explain to you guys really the course of the deep branch of the ulnar nerve, because this is a popular question that if you are taking any sort of board exam, you're going to see this pop up over and over again. It's very straightforward when you see the distribution, but it's a tricky question if you haven't been studying your anatomy. So that deep branch of the ulnar nerve really courses all the way over almost to the lateral aspect of the hand, and that's why it's going to innervate that adductor pollicis there. And it's a common question: which of the following is innervated by the ulnar nerve? And it'll essentially throw that one in there, and you're going to say, wait, no, I thought that was the median nerve distribution. Why is it ulnar nerve? But that's the answer.